A few certain entities should absolutely be sued. Not only did Yahoo Finance call AMC a trash stock blatantly on social media, but a lot of entities were reporting fake earnings announcements on AMC before the real numbers actually came out, one of them including Webull itself. If you guys weren't in the live stream yesterday, I was reporting to you earnings that I thought were legit, because why would they not be legit, especially from sources that are supposed to be accurate? And I realized after chat was telling me it was fake news, and I fact checked it and realized that those earnings numbers were absolutely incorrect. Not only that, but since earnings yesterday, 19 hours ago, take a look at how many FUD articles are coming out on AMC alone. I'm going to scroll up all the way to the top. Since earnings, you have basically 30 to 50 articles just crushing AMC as a company, basically saying it's not a short squeeze play, it's not as traders thought, you know, despite solid Q4 earnings, there's this, there's that, there's scares with the vote, and it's just all a bunch of FUD and bullshit. Now, according to Ortex, the short interest has risen up to 25.92%, and the utilization is maxed out at 100%, and the cost to borrow average sitting around 319, and the max at 335. As for a 5.91% short interest utilization at 84%, and the cost to borrow still sitting at 12.51%. Nothing is changing there. Now, shout out to Matt on Twitter. This is regarding the FTX tokens. He now claims that he actually has facts. I've located the OTC derivatives for the securities in question, along with revisional paperwork to said tokenized securities. The most interesting aspects are the bridging and swapping from FTX to outside brokers that can convert from a tokenized to common shares. Keep in mind, if shorts were to vacate positions, it would cause the equity market to have off-rail share values that should follow in line with fundamentals. This would further degrade the quality of price signals, reducing the efficiency of market structure. That's why when DTCC announces substantial risk exposure on concurrent stocks trending on the same algorithm, the collateral is raised and same brokers restrict trade agreements set forth. This caused retail/stock owners to file suit. We are suppressed from the clearing firms, DTCC, SEC, and Gov negotiators as a whole. They are few and we are many. Therefore, the game is being allowed to continue. I'll be releasing my findings in the coming days regarding the exposure agreements and revisions. He follows this up saying, FYI, let it be known that SBF at FTX Sam Bankman-Fried announced index Wall Street Bets tokenized baskets to purchase WSB 0326. All those securities were on the same algorithm and have been suppressed from a squeeze. Nokia, BlackBerry, AMC, GameStop, FTT, and SLV. Don't forget about the trading Wall Street Bets 0326 in Doge as well. After this tweet, more people are tweeting proof at him. Back from the beginning of the video, why certain entities should be sued, this article came out saying AMC, another short squeeze, isn't likely anytime soon, and one of their reasonings is that stock halts will continue to limit AMC's upside in the long term, but stock halts are meant to protect retail. This is blatant. They basically just said that, yeah, when we halt the stock, there's corruption, and you guys are never going to get the squeeze that you think is coming. Before we get into the charts, a quick touch on Stock Tracker. 1.1 million shares available to borrow at a most recent fee of 194%. Calls compared to puts expiring in the money, 33,000 compared to 58,000. And the option chain is basically equalized this week for the calls to put ratio out of the money as well. Now, the day we just pumped on February 27th and February 28th, when we got that little bit of downside, the short exempts stacked up extremely high, 1.3 million and then 956,000 on AMC. So the market makers really had to drop shares on this to keep it down. Touching on the charts, but real quick, a thank you to our sponsor of the video today, Moomoo. If you guys use my link in the comments or the description down below to download Moomoo, open an account, and make a deposit, you are going to earn up to 17 free stocks and get free level 2 order book data, access to trading options, going long, going short, viewing other exchanges, trading crypto, and more. So that link will be in the comments or the description down below. AMC is still respecting this trend line, even though we are down 8% on the day. In my opinion, I expect to pop very, very soon to come back up and test $8. Even if we are going through another cycle, I expect this. And we're at a very, very important time in AMC's chart period where we do need that volume and we do have a chance to break the algorithm. However, we also have a chance to keep running through the same exact cycle. In my opinion, guys, tomorrow going into Friday, we should have a move back up to $8. If they extend it, they're going to crush the options chain and then delay this even further. However, it is definitely a possibility. If AMC does break below this trend line, I'm watching for a bounce at $6 even. It's as simple as that. As for GameStop, we broke a little bit lower than I actually anticipated because I did purchase calls on that move down to 19. We broke below 19, so it invalidated a few things, but not too bad. If you actually take the parallel channel, GameStop GameStop traded back in January before the move to $500. We are still respecting that channel. We got a bounce off of it right here off of the first ascending support trend line, and now we got a bounce off of the second one. This is solid. This is a good thing to see. That means if GameStop fell tomorrow, there's absolutely no way, in my opinion, it would break below 1640, even though the low is at 1550. That is only because these trend lines continue to rise, and in my opinion, this is one of the solid spots for a GameStop investment. Not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Touching on the S&P 500, it's sitting at 395.87, and we are just sitting in this zone where the SPY does not know what to do. It's going to decide factors like war, factors like rate hikes, so on and so forth, and it is ultimately going to see what investors are going to do going forward. Do they want to stuff money back into the market? Now, right now, it's holding this level at 395, which is a solid thing to see. It broke below twice and tested 393. However, it came back in this little channel that it's trading in, and it is also respecting this ascending trend line as well, making higher highs and higher lows. With that being said, this does indicate a bounce. I would wait for confirmation over 400, and if you want extra confirmation, I would watch 404 on the S&P 500. Moving on, Ray Dalio's Bridgewater, which is the world's largest hedge fund, is finally starting layoffs. Bridgewater is laying off around 8% of its employees to boost returns and increase profitability. Bridgewater has also caped the size of its flagship funds to boost returns. Breaking news, Glencore ordered to pay $700 million by U.S. judge for global bribery scheme orchestrated by the Swiss-based commodities trading and mining giant. Another one. Penalty is part of the $1.5 billion Glencore agreed to pay to resolve the bribery and market manipulation probes in the US, UK, and Brazil. Speaking of that, India silver imports hit a record high in 2022, 8,800 tons. The world's most populous nation is stockpiling hard assets. What are you guys doing? Speaking of hard assets, the US housing market lost the most value since 2008, and war is getting pushed as Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, says the US will have to send their sons and daughters exactly the same way we are sending our sons and daughters to war, and they will have to fight because it's NATO we're talking about, and they will be dying. This is a horrible thing to say. This is a horrible way to speak out, which I understand his frustration, especially in Ukraine and what's going on. But you guys let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Finally, a stock we've already called out is gaining more and more traction as the free float finally exceeds 100% short interest, and True Demon says that the last time he recalls seeing this was on Redbox, and before that, GameStop. The short exempts for the last 2 days indicate they have restarted the borrowing cycle, so it's going to be another 6 days of these shenanigans. He follows this up saying short exempts today are once again absolutely fucking magical. How market makers come up with 1 million shares of thin air and don't get penalized is beyond me. The SEC does not even blink. Thank you guys so much for watching till the end of the video. Hopefully you found value out of the video, or at least enjoyed watching. Make sure to get up to 17 free stocks by signing up and depositing in your account. It can literally be a penny or a dollar. You are going to start earning free stocks from there. That link will be in the comments down below. Also, guys, if you are sleeping on it, seriously, don't wait to get into Discord, because we have the most amazing people in there and we do not miss a stock opportunity. So pop in the Discord. That link will be in the description or in the comments for you as well. I love you all. Lottery Stocks out.